This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we'll talk with the artist creating a mural in downtown Hazleton, learn about the creative process and her ties to the area next. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Karen. I have your local information from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker, and I'm ready to dish it out now. A Hazleton native has returned to her hometown to help bring new life to the city she loves. Mary Veronica Sweeney is a professional artist and teacher. A graduate of the former Bishop Hafey High School, she has lived in Philadelphia, New York, and Boston. While she currently hails from Massachusetts, the Hazleton native was chosen to paint a mural for the downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress, something she has done for other American cities as well. The new mural is being painted along Wyoming Street behind Hazel Drugs at the corner of Broad and Wyoming Streets. With her talent, she is helping the city to recapture its past and showcase its future.
I was just talking to somebody recently and the thought occurred to me, like this mural, the concept of this mural, that when Thomas Edison was here, he didn't invent electricity, he just harnessed it. The light bulb that he invented basically captured this power, this voltage that's already there, and he harnessed it for the greater good. And I believe that art is that way, that we have the capacity, everybody has the capacity to tap their creative voltage and to use it for their own meaning and for the greater good.
You kind of started hitting on it too. Just talk about the idea you had for the mural. You kind of ran me through the basics of it when you had it. I think it's a fabulous idea of what it's illustrating.
Right. Well, it was hard to resist digging into the history because I'm a history buff and I love details. And I grew up here, so I have an affection for Hazleton. And I was just curious about what other elements of the history of the town were true from what I had heard when I was a kid. Like I heard about this property here, the Hazleton House, that it used to be the hotel where a lot of the vaudeville actors and performers would stay, which I just find fascinating and wonderful. But as I dug in, I started to learn more about actually some of the great eminent people that were here and that came back in the 1880s when the town was really starting to foment and take on such character. And I learned that Thomas Edison opted to be here, the third city in the country to take his proposal to actually electrify the city, and which is really amazing when you think about it, because it's actually the third city in the world now. Hazleton, Pennsylvania was the group of people, the leaders that opted to be courageous and innovative. I liken it to a town that would totally go Wi-Fi. You know, it's that kind of idea that you're really embracing technology and seeing the future as not something frightening, but something to embrace. So I wanted to commemorate that, and that's why we came up with Thomas Edison holding the light bulb, and we're connecting it to the future. The right panel of the mural is showing all the young faces of the children here, as a symbol of technology is always, and innovation is always with us. The promise and potential is always here.
We'll keep you posted on the progress of the mural in downtown Hazleton, and we'll post Mary's full interview on our Facebook page. There were some tense moments yesterday afternoon in West Hazleton. The West Hazleton Fire Department responded to 3335 Broad Street around 5 p.m. for a report of a gas leak. The fire department immediately issued a block-wide evacuation and diverted traffic after they discovered a major leak from a main line. Fire Chief Sean Evans says that the main was physically broken and snapped off right below where the shutoff valve would normally be. UGI was called in and fire crews used hoses to dissipate the gas fumes and contain the leak. A backhoe was brought in to dig and find the source of the leak and then cap it. While they say they have no reason to believe that someone damaged the line, the fire department is asking anyone with information, including surveillance video of the area, to call the fire department at 570-455-3696. A congressman from our area has been named to a powerful U.S. House committee. House Democrats elected Congressman Matt Cartwright to the Appropriations Committee. The committee approves federal spending before the full House does. Cartwright is from Moosic and represents the 17th Congressional District. The 55-year-old Cartwright is serving his second term in Congress. He's facing a challenge from Republican Matt Connolly in the November general election. This Friday marks National Prisoners of War Missing in Action Day, and 3 veterans organizations from Freeland are joining together to host a special event. The Freeland American Legion Post 473, the Freeland Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 5010, and the American Legion Riders Post 473 will host the special program Friday at 7 p.m. at Freeland Public Park. The 3 organizations are asking all veterans and their families and the public to come out and support this symbolic honoring and remembrance of the nation's POWs and MIAs. The highlight of the evening will be a special balloon release by Boy Scout Troop 473. Each balloon will bear the name of a POW or MIA. Those who have POW MIA flags are asked to display them. Again, the ceremony is Friday at 7 p.m. at Freeland Public Park. A special event will take place this Sunday to benefit 2 local food pantries. The 4th annual Empty Bowls Greater Hazleton will be held this Sunday from noon until 3 p.m. at Dragonfly Cafe, 9 East Broad Street in downtown Hazleton. For $15, you can purchase a homemade pottery bowl, soup, bread, and water. The bowls were homemade by art students from the Hazleton Area High School, and the soups are being prepared by culinary arts students from the Hazleton Area Career Center. The special event will benefit Catholic Social Services in Hazleton and St. Paul's Food Pantry in Beaver Meadows. For tickets, call Liz at 570-956-4403. Over 200 craftsmen will take part in an annual event taking place this weekend. Saturday marks the 27th anniversary for the Higgins Valley Arts and Crafts Fair. The day will feature crafters from Pennsylvania and nearby states, a variety of delicious foods, including breakfast, starting at 7 a.m. The event runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Higgins Park off exit 112 of Interstate 81. Parking is $2 and will benefit the Higgins Park Association. For more information and directions, call the numbers up on your screen. Coming up on FYI, 2 members of the Standard Speaker sports staff are here to talk about local sports and this weekend's Penn State Temple game. After this break, we have something for everyone, including an interview about an American Girl doll bingo and our weekly hunting segment.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hey folks, welcome to this week's Wild About Hunting segment. This week we're taking you back outdoors again, and we're going to do a little training and practice in real-time scenarios. All right, so what we've got is I've got my son Brett and my wife Teresa. We've got some tree stands, some muddy tree stands set up down on our farm, and they're only about maybe 10, 12 feet up in the air, not quite as high as we would normally hunt. But what we're doing is all summer long and all through the summer months, everybody practices and shoots. They get their bows tuned, dialed in, so they're shooting great, but we're shooting off of the ground. It's a flat, solid surface. We're not used to shooting either in a ground blind or maybe on an elevated tree stand, all right, where you only have about a 20 by 30 inch platform to stand off of. So that's what we're going to do today. This is a great way to keep it interesting, especially for your kids. You got some different types of targets that you can shoot at. We've got a deer target set up at about 20 yards, and we're going to be shooting at that to give the feel of actually shooting at a deer. And to make it one step harder for us, because we film a television show, we're going to have someone in a camera stand over our shoulder with a camera, so we've got to take a lot of things into effect. So we start off by, once we get up in there, we want to make sure we have our safety harness, and we wear tree spider safety harnesses. Everybody's wearing them in the tree stands today when we're doing this training practice. Safety, safety, safety. We got to be able to go home and do this all over again. The other thing that we use, one of the tools when you're in a tree stand, it's great to have, is a range finder. So you'll see Teresa, Brett, myself using the range finder as we're holding our bow as if a deer was coming in, ranging it, checking the distance. Then we've got the deer target set up, and we've got a block target set up at different yardages, and we're each going to shoot about 5 to 6 shots, and we cycle through this. It's a great way to practice and train. It gets you used to shooting from an elevated tree stand, just like you would when that deer steps out at 20 yards, and it gets you prepared, gets you used to a cameraman telling you, hold on, don't shoot, or anything like that, or just to have some fun. So give it a try. This is a great way to keep it interesting throughout the summer months and training, especially as we get closer to the season. Send us some photos of your success stories. Any questions, you can email us at info@wildabouthunting.com, and we'll see you next week somewhere in the hunting woods.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I half expect Laura Ingalls to come running into the shot at any moment. I love Little House on the Prairie, and I love this weather shot from Sugarloaf, and I also love this weather forecast, for the most part, from the National Weather Service. Tonight we do have a 30% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms before 9 p.m., then isolated showers between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Mostly cloudy. Our low is 50 degrees. Thursday is sunny. We'll have a high near 69 degrees. At night we'll be down to 48 degrees, mostly clear skies. Friday is mostly sunny with a high near 72 on Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 55. Saturday is partly sunny, high in the mid-70s. At Saturday night, we'll have a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 9 p.m. with a low of 61 degrees. Sunday, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, cloudy with a high near 73. And then Sunday night, once again, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low around 59 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
We are pleased to welcome back to our studios our good friends from St. Michael's Ukrainian Catholic Church in Shenandoah, Monsignor Myron Grabowski, who is the pastor of the church, and Kathy Pengrin, who is a member of the church and also a committee member for what is taking place this Sunday. And I know everybody's been waiting for this because this is really popular, the American Girl Doll Bingo, being hosted by the church this Sunday afternoon. Monsignor, I'm going to talk with you first. Why is this such an important fundraiser for your church each and every year?
The reason it's so important for our church is it goes towards the renovation and construction for the church. As you know, the church had many problems with their with the original architectural design of the church, and we've already spent over $650,000 thanks really to SSPTV Channel 13 for their kind consideration to us, because without you and without the good public supporting us, we would not have been able to accomplish such work for the Lord. We still have about $300,000 to finish the construction, and that's why we're pushing so hard for all these different events and to include the community. And we really thank all of you out there for your help and your support.
Well, thank you for the kind words. You do a lot of great things, a lot of great events taking place always for the community. Kathy, this is fun. So many people are into American Girl dolls, not only kids, but older people as well. So tell us when it's taking place and how it works on Sunday.
Well, on Sunday, September 18th, doors will open at 12 noon, and the early bird game will begin at 1:15 and regular bingo at 1:30. Tickets can be bought at the door or in advance by calling 570-462-0809. And for those holding an advance ticket, they will be put in a special drawing for an American Girl doll accessory.
Very nice. And if I win one of these games, I get to pick what doll I would like, correct?
From those available prizes, yes, you would pick the doll you would like.
Well, that's a nice incentive as well, that you may, so you don't get one, hopefully, that you already have. Also, you're doing something nice. There's a special raffle as well if we bring special items with us.
Yes, any non-perishable food item or paper product for the food pantry outreach would be greatly appreciated, and that would entitle the person, for every item, one chance in the special drawing raffle.
Very good. So there's a lot of opportunities to win this Sunday. This is a really fantastic event. And again, it's taking place this Sunday, St. Michael's Church Hall, which is at 300 West Oak Street in Shenandoah. As Kathy said, doors open at noon, early birds 1:15, bingo at 1:30. Monsignor, we need to pack the hall.
Yes, we do. I pray that many people will respond to this plea, this invitation to come and participate with us. We'll be very thankful for your help and support. Thank you very much again.
Our pleasure. And this is a great cause, but you might win some great gifts, perfect for the upcoming Christmas season as well. So please come on out, support this wonderful American Girl doll bingo, and you might be going home a winner.
Thanks, Lisa. From bingo to the lottery, here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 279, pick 3 834, pick 4 5379, and pick 5 14845. Well, holy cow, check out the 3-day bulk meat sale at Gold Sure Save in Cunningham. Today, tomorrow, and Friday, big savings on items like ground beef, New York strip steaks, chicken breast, even hard salami. Skilled cutters are there until 6 p.m. for custom cuts. Call ahead 570-788-1176. That's Gold Sure Save in Cunningham. I'll be right back with the Sportscast on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
It doesn't happen often that we get Dave Seaman and Anthony Bellino from the Standard Speaker with us, but it is the week of Penn State and Temple, and we've got two Penn State grads over here and a Temple alum sitting over here in Anthony Bellino. But first, let's start locally and let's talk about the Hazleton area field hockey team. Dave, 2-0 in the Wyoming Valley Conference, going to overtime. Megan Reed scores the big goal, and the Lady Cougars 2-0 in the conference. And all of a sudden, the Lady Cougars, I don't want to say they haven't been consistent in the past, but this might be building that consistency where they're challenging maybe for Wyoming Valley Conference and District 2 yet again this year.
You get a taste of that success that they've had the past few years, and they've been able to build off that too. You got players coming into the system now. Coach Mary Kelly does a fabulous job getting them ready during the off season. They have a strenuous off-season program where there are a lot of girls that come out, work out during the week, during the hot sun, the hot summer months, and it pays off at this time of year.
And that experience, Dave, when you look at these games that are 1-0 in overtime, you think that's a product of that, the going through the fire, being almost molded like that?
I agree, yeah. You're used to playing in close games, and you might even lose a couple of those close games. If we remember, they lost a close game to Coughlin last year in the district final. So maybe that gets them a little bit hungry, too, the returning players and the new players, too, stepping into the system, and it's a nice mix right now.
And Anthony, let's talk local football. You got to see Marion Catholic a few weeks ago. I was there Friday night as they took on North Schuylkill. And back on top of our Cole Scale rankings here at FYI, the Colts, they look balanced. And even when they were down 6-0, I said to North Schuylkill, they seemed like they were still there. And I thought, okay, they're in this game. There's a chance. And that was a good North Schuylkill team, too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I featured him in my column after I saw Marion week 1. Ethan Kaczynski's just a kid that you have to be impressed with, the way he runs that offense. They don't really have a go-to running back. They have a couple different kids running the ball, but Kaczynski's really the playmaker that drives that offense. And the defense has been stout the first 3 weeks, holding North Schuylkill to just 12 points last week after North Schuylkill was coming off a big win against Steel High. So it seems like the Cole region is kind of wide open right now between your Marions, your North Schuylkill, Schuylkill Haven, and several other teams.
This play fooled me, but let's show it right now in FYI. This is Kaczynski catching, I think it was an HB pass right here, and I just saw Ethan start running toward me. I thought, the kid can catch the ball too, and he did. Big win for Marion. Well, how about this weekend? So Penn State last weekend, Dave, they lose to Pitt, the big rivalry, but it was a very good game. I think the offense, we've seen a lot of progress. I'm very happy there. Now they come into a game against Temple, a team they lost to last year. But before we came on air, you said you really don't see that happening. We'll get to your full prediction, but you just don't think it's very realistic.
I don't think so this year. I think Penn State's offense has shown signs of being explosive. They didn't put a full game together against Pitt, but they showed signs of it against Pitt, especially in the second half, where they were able to get Saquon Barkley on the edge a little bit, running the ball. They were able to get different receivers involved in the passing game, and that's without one of their top receivers in Saeed Blacknall, who missed the game with some kind of hand injury. And the quarterback, McSorley's really stepped up. He's shown a lot of moxie for a sophomore. And I think as the year goes on, the offense is going to click. Will it click against Temple? Well, that remains to be seen.
And Anthony, tell me a little bit about your alma mater, Temple, this year. I know they lost to Army. I know they've been missing some key players. I know that they lost a few, going to the NFL and that, but I know their running back was back and I think quarterback, but they've been banged up. You said the running back practiced this week.
Jahad Thomas practiced on Tuesday. He left practice with a hand injury. His status has been up in the air for this game for about 2 weeks now, since the opener when he got hurt against Army. So there is no given word on if Jahad's going to play, and he's probably the key piece to that offense, not named Philip Walker, formerly known as P.J. Walker. I mean, for 4 years, Walker's been running this offense, and when he runs it and doesn't turn the ball over, it runs very smoothly. But when he's out there and they're turning the ball over, it's going to be a long night for Temple. And when you start off the year with a loss to Army, not trying to make excuses, but the triple option is tough to defend. But they had
Penn State almost lost to Army last year defending that triple option.
Had all off season to practice for it, but I mean, you can't duplicate the way that the Armies, the Navies, the Air Forces run that midline triple option offense. So I just think it's going to be an exciting game on Saturday, and we'll have to see what happens.
Dave, prediction time. How do you think this game is going to go on Saturday?
I think Penn State wins 31-17. I think they, for once, control the line of scrimmage, and I think Saquon Barkley breaks out 150 yards. Temple's run defense has been a little bit suspect in the early going. I think Penn State could run the ball, and that would open up the passing lanes for the Chris Godwins, Deshaun Hamiltons, and the like.
I've been impressed. Penn State's offense scoring over, I think, 32 points or whatever in the first two games. I think they'll do it again. I'm around the same score, Dave. I think 35-17, 35-21, Penn State. All right, Anthony, do it. You said you're picking Temple, man. T for Temple U.
Got to do it. 24-21 Owls. Don't know how it's going to happen going into Happy Valley. It hasn't happened in a long time, but faith in the program, believe in Matt Rule.
We have to make a wager. I didn't even think of it. We were like rushed today, but I'll figure something out. He'll tweet it. I'll put it on Facebook. And I want to be very honest right now. All my friends went to Temple, and I bought this hat out there, and I used to wear it thinking, they'll never beat Penn State. So I'll just rock this hat all the time, and now I can never wear it again because you guys got us last year. We'll see what happens this Saturday. Everybody have fun with the game, guys. Thanks for being with us. Follow them on Twitter, and also read the Standard Speaker, and check out FYI for your local sports information. You made it to the middle of the work week. Reward yourself at Bottlenecks. It's their featured steak entree night with plenty of amazing steak options.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the next session of the American Cancer Society's Look Good, Feel Better program will be held Monday, September 19th at the Geisinger Cancer Treatment Center located on East Broad Street in Hazleton. If you are having a hard time dealing with the side effects of cancer treatment, this program is for you. For more information, please call 1-800-227-2345. Our next announcement, the Tamaqua Area Adult Daycare Center will be holding a takeout dinner fundraiser on Thursday, September 22nd from 4 to 6:30 p.m. ANC Catering will be providing dinner only for $10 and choice of roast beef or stuffed chicken. The center is located at 300 West Broad Street, and for more information, please call 570-668-6556. Our next announcement, Holy Trinity Orthodox Church, 223 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, be having a free community meal Saturday, September 17th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. followed by a biblical lecture at 1. All are welcome to attend. And finally, Community Services for Sight will be hosting the Eugene Plaza Memorial Beer, Wine, Dine at 9 on Friday, October 14th at Sugarloaf Golf Club. This 9-hole, 4-person scramble is set for 3 p.m. and will be featuring a beer and wine tasting plus a great buffet dinner. For info, just call 570-455-0421. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Eleanor Kosman, formerly of Claire's. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the Church of All Saints. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. The Stanley E. Anilowski Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. And Joan M. Kipikasa of Weatherly. Mass is Friday at 11 a.m. from the Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church. Friends may call Friday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Arrangements are under the direction of the Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home.
If you get a chance, take a ride down Wyoming Street. Check out Mary Veronica Sweeney's progress on the mural, and remember, we'll upload her full interview to our Facebook page soon. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.